Okay, here we go then. The final 7 turns of this series. I didn't intro the video. What am I doing? Welcome back to the AI battle. Here we go. 7 more turns, and then we will get right into the results. I kind of like this, you know. We're going to go into the results, and it's not quite decided. Normally, it's all decided, and then the next episode of the results. Here, there's a little bit more to go. I don't know who's going to win. I haven't really been checking. We have some ideas of who's doing well. We saw Denmark doing really well. See, since then, Norway have come on really strong. They are currently at war with the Celts, although it seems to be Ireland making most of the gains. Yep, continued there. So we'll see what happens in the final 7 turns that can really shake up the top 10 positions. I think we will do a top 10. I know we didn't do the full 40 civs. I think there was about 30 this time, but we'll do a top 10. We won't do a top 5. I mean, I normally read out all the civs that get points anyway, so we'll see. But Russia re-grabs this island somehow. Probably not for long, because they only have a couple boats here. I assume it will go straight to Poland. But we can see Poland with a huge invasion, and I mean, they can do a lot. You know, this could be huge in terms of the results. We'll see who ends up, because I think both of these would have been quite comfortably top 10 civs, and now there's a good chance that one of them is not, particularly Russia. Yeah, but it's how far was this going to boost Poland up the scoreboard? It's their turn now, actually, which is probably why it's taken so long. A lot of units on the move. How many cities can they grab this turn? I'm going to go with 2. I'm going to be optimistic. I think they'll get Orenburg. Actually, 3, sorry, 3. Vilnius, Orenburg, Smolensk. That's my guess, if their turn does ever decide to complete. Oh, okay, 1. They let me down. They let me down. 1 city, but they get this one into the red, and Vilnius in the red, and Warsaw in the yellow. So maybe 3 next turn. And Russia, I mean, they better move those nukes, because if they don't, they could lose all of them. Oh my. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, Russia has 16 nukes. I mean, it really is now or never, Russia. You're not got much time left to use these. I mean, if you don't use, you're going to have to move them to St. Petersburg and Moscow very soon. Okay, this could be a brutal turn. We could see Poland like nuked off the face of the planet. Oh my goodness, that is huge. We'll see what happens. Now the Celts looking very small all of a sudden. Britain, similar size, although Leeds is huge. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Ireland, what a late glow up from them, conquering everything. And finally, Aquitaine does something. Too little, too late. You don't deserve to be top 10. Go away. And it doesn't matter. You can't even get to the Celts, so shut up. You're not involved anymore. Right, what do we got? Norway is in this Celts war, but I don't... Okay, now they're coming in. Maybe they'll grab this city. But to be honest, borders-wise, I would rather just see Ireland take it all. I don't know who's going to win. It's quite exciting. It does... Yeah, they are at the end of the tech tree. I've seen multiple civs with giant death robots. It's all good. I think... Yeah, but we will do the results at 250, and then we'll just push on. Just making sure. Russia with a spaceship booster. No one's quite won a science victory yet. I think Denmark was close, but they seem to have given up. Or slowed down, one or the other. Wonder if the Soviets would join in. If Russia got weak enough, I'm sure we could see them join in before the end. But here we go, Poland's turn. Russia did not hit any... Nope, they didn't even move their nukes. I'm pretty sure Russia... Oh no, Sweden. Maybe Russia still has to go. I don't think so, though. We will find out shortly. They didn't grab Smolensk. What did you do? How did you mess this up, Poland? What did you do? They didn't get Warsaw or Vilnius either. Okay, well. Don't mess this up, Poland. Everything counts. You got 5 turns. Get as much points as you can for those info addicts. Because it could be pretty decisive. I mean, Denmark and Norway probably still going to be ahead of them. I don't know about the Finns. They're hard to tell. They look behind on technology, even if they are fairly big. The other ones, Austria, looked great, but hasn't done much recently. I don't know if they're still in this. Information era for Walter Ulbricht, which is East Germany, I believe. And then we have Britain and Denmark, not the biggest peace deal, and Britain and Burgundy, again, not particularly important, but they have peaced out. Right, Poland dishing out some more... Wait, how did... Oh, no, that was Russia moving their units around. Okay. They're just not... They're refusing to use their nukes. They obviously believe... Maybe they're just kind-spirited. I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to use them. Fair enough, I guess. Finland completes the spaceship cockpit. I think that space race is heating up a little bit. I'm not really sure who is. Okay, so yeah, Denmark and Burgundy both have 2 different pieces left. They both need the... whatever this is. Did someone have this? No. Whatever this is it the cockpit? No, I think that... Is it the cockpit? No, this is the cockpit. There's the booster, the engine, the cockpit, whatever that thing is. That no one's got. It's not the cockpit, right? Smolensk does fall to Poland again, and so does Vilnius. So that's big. And they also have troops coming from the south. They should get Warsaw. Russia is now or never. Like, I guess you could move these nukes, but if you're not going to move them, use them this turn. Like, just don't lose them, please. That will hurt. That will hurt everybody watching's brain cells. If you do not use these nukes, that will just be very frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. So make sure to do it. Make sure to do that. And something you should make sure to do... Oh my god, I cringe so hard. Why don't I was going to try it. Make sure to leave a like down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. There we go. Join the Discord if you want to play in the multiplayer streams or just chat to other people. Find other people to play games with. There's guys that play EU4 in there pretty regularly. I'm sure you could find people who want to play Civ with you as well. So yeah, join the Discord in the description if you're interested in that as well. And obviously if you're not subscribed, notifications on. There we go. Got it in there. I'm trying to plug stuff more. I don't know. But I saw the setup, and the second I said it, I almost felt like the throw up in my mouth. Like, no, I can't do this. It wasn't even that bad. It would have been pretty cool. Russia does regain Vilnius. The giant death robot moving in. We're going speaking too quickly. I feel like I do need... I don't know. What do you think about how I talk, guys? I don't know if I should open myself to this criticism, but am I too fast? I feel like it is maybe too fast. I've noticed watching some of the videos back, I move the mouse around way too quickly. So I'm going to try and stop moving it so much. It's when I circle things, to me it's like going like this and slow, but in reality I'm going like this and it's ridiculous. But there we go. Poland retaking Vilnius. Surely they get Warsaw now. Come on, 3 turns, Poland. Do not mess this up. I mean, I thought Russia could have been taken out. Poland started this... Yeah, I know it was 10 turns, but they started really aggressively, but it didn't quite pan out that way. But it's still going to hurt Russia. They probably are not going to drop out of the top 10 because a lot of the statistics are built up over time. I don't think technology will be used, but things like culture or social policies, those things are developed over time. You know, so they're going to have a lot of those already in the bag. And it's the stuff like science per turn that might drop. Economy will drop. That sort of stuff. Particularly, I mean, if this city fell, oh no, that's not coastal. Russia actually does not have any more coastal cities. So their economy is probably going to be struggling a bit because no cargo ships, which bring a lot more money than caravans. Obviously, they may have been embargoed as well. It doesn't look like it, but some civs have been. Vilnius goes to Russia again. A desperate fight. Warsaw also not quite converting for Poland. Russia does peace out with Norway. Didn't give anything away. Thank goodness for that. And Norway completes the spaceship engine. The space race is heating up right now. Here we go. 2 parts left for 2 civs. Oh, wait, where's Norway? What the heck? I thought Norway was doing better than this. Oh, Norway's here. Norway has 1 part left. I don't know why they were at the bottom of the... I thought it was sort of genuinely... It was mostly these civs at the top had more parts. But all of a sudden, Norway's just on their own down here. Fair enough. Norway needs 1 more part. Whatever that part might be. Poland retaking Vilnius. Warsaw is in the red. Surely this is the turn. Surely. Ireland has 3 cities as well. Britain's here. Norway's here. This is a huge race. 2 turns to get it over the line. What will fall? Who's going to gain what? This will have big impacts on these civs' positions, and obviously through that, the other civs who are not doing things. You know, this could affect Denmark. It could affect Finland or Norway. Austria, Burgundy. Those are sort of the top 10. I mean, is it clear who is? Like, could I pick out 10 right now? Denmark, Norway, Finland. That's 3. Poland, 4. Austria, 5. Burgundy, 6. Okay, 7. I'm going to put Ireland in there. So that leaves 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's actually a lot harder than I thought it was. I think Russia might still be in there by 2 turns. They're not that bad. They're not completely crumbled yet. I think Russia will probably still be in as 8. Or maybe not 8, but somewhere they'll be in there. They're still getting Vilnius back. The Czechs might be in there. They're not terrible. They're not rubbish. Maybe 9. I think they're better than the French nations. I don't know. I guess Aquitaine could sneak in, but I think they're ninth. And then it'll probably be someone random. Like I know the Dutch have kind of done okay. They could maybe sneak in 10th. Maybe it is Great Britain. The Soviets. It's probably the Soviets out of them. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so maybe top 10 might be a bit of a stretch in describing the super civs of this game, but it doesn't matter too much. Here we go, Poland. You'll have one more turn. They still missed out on Warsaw, but they did grab Vilnius. I don't know how they're missing out on this. Like, surely this next turn. I mean, this is it. The final turn. The fate of 4 cities very much on the line. London is at 0. York is very low. Hastings in the yellow. We'll focus on this first, and then obviously Poland goes last. They should be able to get whatever Russia takes back off them before then. It's a bit of bad luck for Russia in terms of the order of turns. But yeah, what an exciting sort of race to the end this has been. And it's actually ran pretty quickly. We got through 7 turns in just over 10 minutes. And obviously I sort of rambled on at points. Okay, Aquitaine. Fair enough. You know what? I slagged you off. Good job, Aquitaine. That is not what I was expecting. But London and York fall to Aquitaine. I don't know if that puts them in the top 10, to be honest. Wait, okay, phew. I got panicked then. And perfect timing. Norway does complete the stasis chamber. Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered it was called that, so that's fine. Norway grabs Hastings. They also win the victory of a science victory, so congratulations to Norway for that. Again, hopefully next time next time I go to record, set up a new AI battle next weekend, or for you guys it will be like the day after today when I set it up. But yeah, when I go to set up the next one, I will I think I'm gonna have to reinstall the game, which is kind of annoying. I'm hoping my mods will all come back. I think they do. But yeah, we'll see. We'll try and get it to work as domination only. I don't know what it is. It must be conflict with one of the mods, but the fact it's happened a few times in the row suggests it's maybe the map pack. I don't know what it is, but there we go. Poland finally gets the job done. They get Warsaw, so that's a blow to Russia at the very least. But now we will go and we'll go count up the scores, and I will come back with the results. We'll have a look over the info addicts, all that good stuff. But thank you so much for no, not thank you. We're not ending yet, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you with the big results in a second. I'll also make sure to go and check who picked the winner for once, because I always forget to do that. Okay, we're back. I've not finished totting up the results. I just recorded this section once and then realised I spoiled it all before I started. But essentially, what you need to know is this is the closest results ever. There's one category left to be counted, which is tourism, which we haven't done just yet. We've used all the usual ones we use, all the fair ones. We've eliminated the ones that aren't necessarily fair based on what we usually do. And what I can tell you is that the 2 civs going for first and second are tied exactly right now. So tourism will decide it. Now, sadly, I accidentally spoiled it for myself, but for you guys, it's going to be a big grand reveal. And also, positions 3 to 7 are still up for grab. So I'm going to try and make this work, because obviously it's going to be hard to remember the exact numbers, and if I told you now what they're on. So we're going to do it a little bit different to our usual countdown. So I will go over. So let me just get this right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are currently all tied as well exactly. So that's pretty big. And then, yeah, 7th civ, you know, if there's a miracle kind of result, then they probably won't jump to 3rd, but they could also be 4th or 5th or something. The civ in 7th, they're a bit further behind. And then there's also the civ in 8th could then overtake like the civ in 7th. So it's very competitive. In terms of position 10 and position 9, that's where we'll start, because they are safe. Like, the top 10 is locked in. So, in 10th, as of right now, it is Aquitaine with 30 points. So I was mean to them. Turns out they were doing really good. So they actually won one of the categories, I think, or came second in one of them. So that gave them a big boost. So yeah, they're on 30 points. And then in 9th place is the Czechs on 38 points. Now, they can't climb higher, but obviously if one of them wins this category and the other one doesn't even finish on it, then that's 9th, and one of them could obviously jump over the other one. So we'll add those in a second. But that's just what you need to know right now. Aquitaine is 10th. They're safe in 10th. There's no way they can be caught. There's no one in the 20s, so they're safe, because it's 10 points for winning, so no one can catch them. And then Czechs are 8 points ahead of them, so probably safe unless the result is a massive jump. And neither of those can then catch 8th place, who currently is Russia on 53. Then we have Poland in 7th on 57 right now. Then we have the tie, which is Austria, Burgundy and Ireland in 6th, 5th and 4th, all on 63 points. Austria and Burgundy neck and neck pretty much the whole way through the results, and Ireland just has some stats where they're like first and they have some where they're last, but obviously it adds up kind of where Austria and Burgundy keep getting 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 each, and sometimes doing better obviously, but Ireland, you know, sometimes they were second or first. I mean, you can see this one didn't count, but trade routes, Ireland's winning. I mean, we didn't use this because as you can see it'd be very unfair. Almost all of them are identical, so we didn't use that one. Third is Finland, who are just 3 points ahead of them on 66, or the Swedes, if you are wondering, looking for them in the info addicts. Again, we're just makeshift Finland for this game by location. And then, yeah, number 1 and 2, miles ahead on 120 points each, is Denmark and Norway. So one of those two is going to win based basically on who has more tourism. I do know who it is because I accidentally, like I said, I accidentally started this segment, but I had the tourism section open without realising because I clicked on it by accident. And then I looked and I was like, oh no, I better start again, or some of you will notice, and then it will just kill the fun. So we will now click to it. Obviously, if you are really good at remembering numbers, you will be able to do this in your head, but I will work it out and tell you the sort of imminent, what it means. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. So there you go. Norway wins. I did know that. But Poland in 10th. So they gained 1 point. So they're not going to jump much from 7th. 9th is Finland. So they have gained 2 more points. So 68. So they're at risk. They could still be jumped by someone that's above them who gets a big score. Russia in 8th place only gains 2 points, so they jump to 55, which means they do not overtake Poland. So Russia will stay in 8th position. The Czechs, coming in 7th, will gain 4 points, which means they're safe. They can't be overtaken. Had Aquitaine won, which they didn't, they finished 6th. So they get 5 points for Aquitaine. So they finish on 35. So there we go. Aquitaine 10th. The Czechs in 9th. Russia 8th. Poland 7th is now locked in. 6 points for Ireland puts them on 69 and currently in 2nd place. Burgundy will take 4th, which is 7 points, putting them on 70, which means they've just leapfrogged Ireland by 1 point. Denmark will take 8, which is sad for them. They will just miss out. It was neck and neck the whole way. Austria grabs 9, which puts them on 72, and Norway obviously gets a big jump to 130. So 10th place was... I can click out this now. 10th place was Aquitaine. Good job. Oh, we'll do the honourable mentions, and then I'll go through that for anyone who maybe lost track of all the maths. Not. It wasn't. I think I kept up to date. But obviously, one of the civs didn't actually just score any points. I think no, they all got some. Some of the honourable mentions, civs that did score points but didn't do very well. Great Britain got 10. The Celts got 9, and they actually only came 2nd in one category, and they're dead now. So I didn't even mean to give them those points. Oh no, that means the results are wrong. Okay, hang on then. Recount. This is exciting. Okay, the Celts should be dead. Sorry. I did it right for the Commonwealth because they still had a... I pressed the wrong button there. I did it right for the Commonwealth. The Celts came 2nd in one of these categories. So I just need to find it and redistribute those points. Or shift everyone down one. I don't know which one it was. It wouldn't have been that. Oh, no, not wonders. Culture. It was technologies. Okay, so here you go. You can see the Celts came 2nd, but they are not actually alive. So where the Commonwealth was still in, I did shift them down one. So I need to fix this now. So this could be big. It's only 1 point shift. I don't think it could. Burgundy and Ireland are 1 point apart, and I guess Austria's 2 ahead. So I don't know maths exactly, but maybe those 3 could shift here. But okay, so Denmark already got 10. The Celts got 9, which we need to remove. So that they're off my notes app, right? This is exciting, isn't it? A little bit of a recount. It's rigged. Norway would have picked up 8, but they actually needed 9. So there you go. Okay, so that killed the excitement, didn't it? Norway was 1 ahead, actually. Never mind. Russia would have received 7, but need 8. So they get a bonus point. We just need to give everyone a bonus point, right? Burgundy gets an extra 1. Austria gets an extra 1. The Finns get an extra 1. I could have just given 1 to the bottom civ, and that probably would have missed out, and that would have actually been the same. But never mind. Czechs get 1. This isn't going to change anything now I'm looking at it. It just would have killed the excitement a bit if we had not had a tie for the lead. Ireland gets 1, and Great Britain gets 1. Okay, there we go. So nothing changed. Don't worry, don't panic. Job done. That confused me. I was like, where's the Celts gone? So, yeah, Britain got 11 points. So they were an honourable mention, I guess. The Soviets picked up 9. I feel like they missed out a lot. 11th place quite a bit of the time. The Netherlands did grab 7, so that's not too bad. Normandy then grabbed 5. But yeah, apart from that, only Belgium and East Germany did not register any points, I believe. So sorry guys, I mean pretty self-explanatory for Belgium. East Germany, maybe they could have squeezed in one of the categories, but yeah, I mean just maybe 12th, 13th place every time sort of thing. They're not like rubbish, are they? They're just a bit bad. You thought they would have found something that they were okay at to get the point, but everyone else did score points. Oh no, Sweden is still alive, aren't they? They didn't get any points, but again, pretty self-explanatory why that happened. Right, so 10th place was, as mentioned, Aquitaine with 35 points. They did make a late jump into England, which was cool. 9th place was Czechia. I've given up trying to pronounce it. We've had many discussions in the comments. I'll just call it Czech. It was the Czech Republic in English, so I'm just going to call it Czechia. Sorry. But there we go. They came 9th, and great job. They did kill Hungary, and I sort of forgot. I mentioned it just a minute before we did the results that maybe they would probably be in, and they were. So 8th place is Russia on 56, still neck and neck with Poland in 7th on 58. Obviously, you imagine 10 turns from now or 20 turns from now, Poland probably climbs, Russia drops, right? But that's not how it works, I'm afraid. So Poland only winning by 2 points to come in 7th, I think. Is there still 6 better than them? Yes, there is. 6th place then goes to Finland. They were doing so well as well. They started really strong. They were 3rd for most of the time, and then just at the end they've slipped down to 6th place. That sucks. 69 points. Ireland is next in 5th. I'm hoping I'm not getting these numbers wrong. Yeah, they are 5th with 70, so 1 ahead. You can see how close it was. 1 point difference again between these two. Putting Ireland in 5th, obviously a fantastic. They probably wouldn't be here without this late barrage. They would have probably been dropped down a bit with Poland, Russia, maybe even lower than those two. So that's great. And then 1 point ahead of them in 4th is my pick, Burgundy. So good job, Burgundy. Pretty good game. Pretty boring game, to be honest. Not going to lie. They just settled the empty space and then sat with it, which is very annoying. Pretty much just as boring as the 3rd place Civ that was 2 points ahead. That's Austria. I mean, they were dead boring. They settled pretty much everything. They conquered one city, and they were just good at stuff. They did have the 2nd biggest military, which was quite impressive. For 2nd place, it is, nearly said first. For 2nd, it's Denmark at 128. Fantastically exciting game. They were excellent for entertainment value early on in the game. Obviously, having Iceland helped as well. I mean, this in itself could have been a good country if you separated these cities. And then, yeah, 3 points ahead. Norway, killing Sweden made the difference at the end. And it finally came through. And yeah, they did very well as well. Obviously, they have Northern Scotland as well. So there we go. That is that. We'll now have a look at the info addicts, and then next episode we will go on to we'll do the religion first quickly, just see which religion did any of the religions really dominate. I think Russia's was doing the best just because it's on its own in the east, but Hinduism from Belgium and Islam from Aquitaine were both doing well at 20. Celts Catholicism was doing okay, the others not really a factor. Here we go, info addicts. Also shout outs, let me load those up. I said I would, but then I cut in sooner than expected. So there we go. I'll try and multitask here, and I'll also go over, just again for anyone who's new, just which ones we've used this time around to make it completely fair. But before we do that, some people did pick Denmark, so Norway was the winner. Did anyone pick Norway? That was close. A lot of Poland, Sweden, Denmark. Oh, there's a few unlucky people with Denmark. Fake Finland didn't. Norway, Sean Bastich. Sorry, I've probably butchered that. There's like an accent in it. Sean Bastich. There's also an accent like on the Sean. So hopefully we got that right. But congratulations, you did pick correctly. Emil Winans. Again, apologies. Congratulations. Norris P, congratulations. There's a lot of Denmarks. So many Denmarks. Go Netherlands. Austria for the win. Nope, that looks like that's everyone. Sorry if I missed you. Do just leave a comment and I will apologise, and you'll get one at the sort of start of next episode or whatever. But I think that's all of them. Sometimes people, if you leave the comment like under another comment, I can't see it. That's the problem. But here we go. Biggest populations: Denmark, 132 million. Norway behind them, 118 million. So you can see they were neck and neck from the beginning of the Info Addicts. Finland then with 96 million. Austria 74 million. Burgundy 54, Ireland 49, Russia, Czechia, Poland, Great Britain then down there. Crop yield, Norway then retook the lead by 1 point. You can see how close these two really were. It is ridiculous some of how close it's going to be in terms of, 1 million food was all the difference. Denmark, Finland then in third again, Poland, Ireland, Russia, Burgundy, Austria, the Czechs, and then the Soviets squeezed in. Production, Norway, pretty heavy winners there at 1 billion tonnes, 1.2 billion tonnes. Denmark at 1 billion. Poland, 700 million. Finland, Russia, Austria, Burgundy, Ireland, the Czechs, and Aquitaine. Just squeezing in ahead of Normandy there. Military, no, we've not got that far. Biggest economies, Norway, by far the biggest economy. Good 200 million lead on Denmark. Then it's a big drop to Burgundy and Austria. Again, you see those two neck and neck the whole way. Finland, Poland, Ireland, Russia, the Netherlands, and Aquitaine. Land area, Norway well out in front, nearly 2 million square kilometres ahead of everyone else. Obviously the sea is included, so it's a bit misleading. But Denmark in second, Finland third, so the Scandinavians really were the biggest. We could have done with one, maybe more civ. I guess Sweden was there, maybe two more, like Sweden obviously and somebody else. But it's okay, it's not a disaster. Someone did suggest someone that I could use if we ever did something similar to this in the future. Ireland in fourth, which is a big surprise, but again the sea helps, and I mean they are really big. They have a lot of England now as well. Poland, Burgundy, Russia, Austria, the Netherlands, and Aquitaine. How on earth? I was gonna say, oh no, Burgundy are ahead. I was gonna say how on earth are Aquitaine bigger than Burgundy? They're not. Military manpower, Denmark well out in front, 1.6 million soldiers. Austria then in second, 1.1. Norway 1 million. Finland 970k, Poland 950, the Czechs, Soviets, Aquitaine, Russia still has 600k, and Ireland at 570k. Oh, East Germany, you tried so hard and you just missed out there. Right, approval is not used, because I mean, how do I differentiate between that? Literacy was also not used, because technologies is later on. Only one civ actually reached the final tech, so we did use technology. Social policies, Norway 35, Denmark and Burgundy 33, Ireland 32 as well as Austria, Aquitaine and Britain on 31, Poland, Lithuania 29, the Czechs 27, and Poland, Soviets, Russia 26. Happiness was not used because the civs that I move have seen all the wonders on the map, and although maybe some of the others have now seen them too, and there isn't actually any wonders on this map, so I don't know why that mattered, but never mind. They did. The civs that got to see everything at the start did not get. I didn't think it was fair. Maybe looking at it back at it, maybe it actually would have been fair, but we didn't use happiness, and that was actually a pretty bad one for Denmark, and I mean Norway's not even on here, so that could have really shaken things up. Where the heck is Norway's down here? Oh my goodness, Norway. But, you know, it's hindsight. Who knows? It wouldn't have had an impact. Technologies. Here we go. We did use this in the end. Denmark won with 80. The Celts do have 78, but they're not alive anymore. But again, they have a unit somewhere, I guess. Norway, 78. Russia, 77. Burgundy, 76. Austria, 76 as well. The Finns, 75. The Czechs, 74. Ireland, 72. And Britain, 71. So they're all up there. Even the worst civs are sort of 60s. I guess Sweden's struggling a little bit, but there we go. Right, net gold was not used because again, there wasn't even 10 of them with a positive amount, so we don't use that anymore. Cities, Norway with 22, then Denmark 19, 18 for Poland, 10 for Finland, 9 for Russia and Ireland, 7 for Aquitaine and the Netherlands, 6 for Austria and Burgundy. Science output, Denmark leading the way, then Norway, Poland, Finland, the Czechs, Russia, Austria, Burgundy, Ireland and the Soviets. Culture output, Norway again beating Denmark. See, it was just neck and neck the whole way. Then Austria, Burgundy again tied. Aquitaine, or not tied, but very close. Aquitaine, Poland, Ireland, Russia, the Finns and the Czechs again adding another point. They actually had a really solid ending. I wonder what the next sort of 150 turns or so, whatever, how far we get, will have in store for them, if anything does happen, which I hope, because there's wars going on right now, so I would hope they would continue. Wonders, Denmark leads the way, then it's Ireland, the Czechs, Burgundy, Norway. This is actually, Norway had pulled ahead a little bit, and then Denmark pulled up back, obviously, like 5 points here, because Norway won like 5 categories in a row, which knocked Denmark down 5 points, but then Denmark here wins those all back. Normandy, Great Britain, Austria, the Finns, and the Soviets. Treasury was not used because some spend their money, some don't. It's not particularly clear. So we didn't use that, and I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, Burgundy could easily just buy the biggest military ever and win the game, but they're not. So that's the AI's problem, not mine. Faith and faith gain not used because, again, some civs built a ton of religious buildings and then didn't get a religion, so they just have loads more faith gain than they should. It's not really a fair to use either of those. In future, there might be a bonus point or something, or bonus 5 points for having the dominant religion. Let me know what you think of that idea. Influence was not used because, again, not all of them are influential, and some of the civs are kind of dead. Like, I imagine they're all influential over the Commonwealth because they're still alive with one unit, so probably not too bad. Great works was used. Norway, Aquitaine, Ireland, Denmark, Russia, the Czechs, Burgundy, Austria, the Soviets, and the Netherlands, and then finally, of course, we saw tourism already. So there we go. That is that. This is how the map looks. We will be back at turn 400, assuming stuff has happened again. Last time nothing happened, so, you know, I just went on as far as I could and then just ended it. If nothing happens, we'll just roll straight into the next one. If, you know, I can get to 400 and lots of stuff's happened, I'll show you. But that will be it for today. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.